All right, good morning, traders. Today is January 30th, 2024. My SPY pivot this morning remains at 488.14. I'm a bull above it, below I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 closed the day above the bullish 3/8 trap and above the 17 EMA trend indicator. SPY and Diamond Dow printed all new all-time highs. QQQ, FNGU, and IWM closed above the trap. Gold closed the day above the trap, above the 17, and below the downtrend line. Silver remains bearish, but closed the day above the trap, above the 17, and above the daily downtrend line. USL closed an inside day, inside the bullish trap, above the 17, and currently in an uptrend now. UNG closed the day below the bearish trap and below the 17, but still trying to hang on to their uptrend. The US dollar index maintains its daily downtrend, closing another day under the flat 200 SMA after spiking it consistently for a few days. All right, let's take a look at some charts. All right, so here is SPY. So here we have SPY closing above the trap. There's the 3 right there, the yellow line. So closing above the trap, over our trend indicator. Very bullish up here. All right, so SPY, I'm looking for SPY to probably produce a birthday trade this morning, in which case I'm expecting it to come back to about this area right through here, 488.63. If it comes down hard and fast, I'm expecting the red rubber school ball bounce. We'll see what it wants to do. Right now in the pre-market, it's 490.57. It closed the day at the high of the day. I don't know if we have some continuation from that. So we'll see what happens with SPY. All right. If they take out the red candles, these 2 red candles, then I'm a bull. All right. If they can't take that out, then I'm expecting it to pull back. And I'm going to look for confirmation to re-enter, to go back up twice as high. We'll see what happens. And it all depends on how fast they come down. If they just melt it down, it's not the same trade. I'm really looking for them to come down hard and fast and bounce it like a red rubber school ball. We'll see what happens. There's SPY. Let's go take a look at QQQ. And we'll take a peek at that on the daily chart. You can see QQQ closing over the trap, over the trend indicator, bullish, not printing all new all-time highs like SPY did yesterday. Okay, Diamond Dow closing over the trap, over the trend indicator, and printing new all-time highs right there. So Diamond Dow looking like it's ready to break out of this launch pad that it created. FNGU closed above the trap, over the trend indicator, up there trying to challenge the most recent highs there at 287.03. We'll see what happens with that. That's looking good, staying bullish through there. IWM closing over the trap, over the trend indicator, and you can see we got a launch pad here. We're going to see if it's going to take off this morning or tomorrow. We'll see what happens. There's IWM. Let's take a look at USO. Okay, here's USO having an inside day, closing inside the trap, but bullish. All right, USO started a new uptrend as soon as it broke this high right through here. So we had a higher low, and they held on to the uptrend, closing over. All right, my thing is stuck. Over the high there. All right, so we'll see what happens with USO. Let's take a look at UNG. UNG in a bearish, trying to hold on to this bull flag. If they break this low right here at 1854, that'll place them back into a downtrend. Right now, they're trying to hang on to this right through here. You can see we closed under the trap, under the trend indicator, and definitely below the uptrend line. So there's UNG. All right, so they're trying to hang on to their uptrend. USO just started an uptrend. Let's take a look at silver and gold. Silver's in a downtrend, breaking this low. Has to break this high in order to produce an uptrend. It's got a lot of work to do to get there. But you can see we've already created the 3-ace cross on the daily chart. And we've got a green trend indicator. And we spiked the downtrend line. So looking for some follow through with silver. Back up here to take out these highs right here. It'll be in a downtrend until it takes out that high right there. 2250. All right, so silver in a downtrend. Gold remains in a bullish flag uptrend, and you can see it flagging out here, closing over the trap, closing over the trend indicator, but right below this downtrend line right through here. Still underneath that. All right, just kind of bull flagging right through here. Let's take a look at our indicators. Okay, here we are, T2122. A lot of whipsaw going on up here. All right, this is could be a sign of a top. All right, in and out of buy zone over bot zone all day. Unable to hang on to this level for an expected amount of time. Just a whole lot of whipsaw going back and forth. T2123, little red, little green. Again, a lot of whipsaw, same place. And then you see price action take off. So we started out green, finished off green, and making a higher high there on T2123. 3-bar chart, we got a little bit more space between the trend indicator and the price action. That opens up a window of opportunity there. FNGU started out green, ended the day green, closing well above the trend indicator there. VWAP, you can see the separation. That's what we're looking for. Nice separation on FNGU. We like to look for days like that. So there's FNGU. Now let's take a look at some of our technicals. And what do we got here? We want this one right here. All right. So US dollar continues. This July low. It's the October high. This November failure to make a new high. And then we came all the way back down to the flat 200. And here we are at the end of December. Hitting major support right through here. Bounce back up to the flat 200. So you can see we had bounced up, put us in a bull flag, then we broke out. Now we're in another bull flag trying to get on top of the flat 200. They are not leaving this area. The longer they hang out in this area, the more likely they are to break through. So we'll see what happens there with the US dollar index. Economic calendar. We got FOMC meeting begins today. They didn't say what time. Case-Shiller Home Price Index, 9 a.m., FHFA House Price Index at 9. Consumer Confidence at 10. Jolts at 10. All right, the main event starts tomorrow. But before we get to the main event, ADP, some employment at 8:15. Treasury refunding announcement, 8:30. Employment Cost Index, 8:30. Chicago PMI, 9:45. Petroleum status at 10:30. And the main event's 2 p.m., the FOMC announcement. And then we're going to have a presser at 2:30. All right, starting out Thursday, we got some jobless claims. Productivity cost at 8:30. PMI at 9:45. ISM manufacturing at 10. Construction spending at 10. And a gas report at 10:30. Fed balance sheet at 4:30. On Friday, we've got employment situation at 8:30, consumer sentiment at 10, and factory orders at 10. So the main event is 2 p.m. tomorrow we're going to have the FOMC announcement. So we'll see where they want to stick the price before the FOMC announcement. Are they going to go back up there and try to, let me pull up my chart. Looking for SPY. Are they going to bring it up to this, see this trend line right up here? Are they going to spike this area before the FOMC announcement? So that area up there represents about, well, let's just say about 493.60, right about there for today's candle. So we'll see what happens. And we'll see if that puts us up twice as high. That could be an opportunity for today if we come back down hard and fast. So there's SPY. And there's our opportunities for this morning. And let's go take a look at Max Pain. See where Max Pain plots out this morning. All right, so we got Max Pain's going to plot out this morning at 486. We're well above that. Don't think we're going back to 486. It's a possibility, though. I think we go back to maybe 488, 489, and then bounce back up. We'll see what happens. For the earnings calendar, this evening, we got some really big boys reporting this evening. We got Microsoft, $3 billion. Alphabet, about 3 trillion on Microsoft. Alphabet 1 looks like almost 2 trillion. Alphabet 2 looks like almost 2 trillion. So there's about 7 trillion gonna report, and AMD about a third of a trillion right there, 286 billion. They're gonna report. So a lot of big earnings coming in tonight. I don't expect, wherever we close tonight, I really don't expect price action to be anywhere near it at the end when we open up on Wednesday. All right, so UPS is going to report this morning, 135 billion. Pfizer reports this morning, 155 billion. Daenerys Corporation reports this morning, 172 billion. Starbucks going to report tonight, 105 billion. Stryker, 118 billion. And Mondelez is 102 billion. And that's really it for the notables. These others are pretty good sized companies, but nothing compares to these $1 trillion companies right there where they got $1 trillion of market cap. So we'll see what happens this morning. Again, I'm looking for SPY to pull back to the base and bounce up twice as high. We'll see what happens, all right? Again, I'm looking for confirmation for that. All right, so I'm going to render my video, and I'll take questions in the room.